to all. Sheikh Zayed, the founder of this nation, he said, give me agriculture and I'll give you civilization. Look at this, how beautiful is this spot. It's amazing. Many countries practice water desalination intensively. And when you do that, you also produce brine or brackish water. So this is really something, again, harmful for the environment.
Test. Okay.
To a solution. Fresh water is being used to irrigate cash crops, and the saline water will be brought up here in order to go into that tank. We grow fish there. These plants are salt-loving plants. They love the salinity. The fish can be used as fertilizer, or people can eat those fish. So now every single water drop is counted, and there is nothing really wasted.
It's really important for me that my time and energy is put towards making life better for my kids and for the future of their world.
Welcome to beautiful Addis Ababa. This is where I grew up.
It was really interesting seeing Addis Ababa transform from a city of just over 5 million people to a metropolis over 20 million people. The narrative that I always heard was pouring concrete as a sign of progress, but I used to come back, wash my face, and see the discoloration in the water. That's how much pollution there was in the name of progress.
We're turning hard-to-recycle plastics into low-carbon, low-cost building materials. What you're seeing behind me is 43,000 kilos of plastic waste. All of this turns into these types of columns and into these types of bricks that can replace cement building materials. Really excited to show you the first ever building in Ethiopia made out of plastic waste.
We are able to avoid 100,000 tons of CO2 emissions every single year.
My son asked me, why didn't you make a skyscraper with this? And I said, well, you know, we're just getting
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, Your Highnesses, Excellencies, and distinguished guests. Welcome to the Lunch of the Earth platform. My name is Shayma Shihi, and I'm honored to have been chosen by my leadership to deliver my first high-level delegation MC to you today. Prior to our detailed exploration of the Earth platform, we have prepared a special video presentation. This video will serve as an introduction, offering you a glimpse of the platform we are here to launch.
We face a changing world. The foundations that our world are built on are at risk. And our planet, Earth, faces an existential crisis. To shape a new future, governments must act quickly. Economic activities must be carefully selected, not only to prosper, but to also nurture the planet. Adaptation is essential, safeguarding our food, water, and livelihoods. The reduction of CO2 must be more than a goal, it must be our commitment. A pragmatic transition to sustainable energy systems is essential, and above all, our health must stand resilient against the adversaries of pollution and climate change. So how do we measure our government's progress to a net zero world? Introducing UAE'S Earth Platform, a first-of-its-kind platform that will serve as the North Star for energy transformation, bringing together the UAE's most influential organizations and government entities working towards net zero and circular economy goals. Earth will facilitate an energy-focused national stocktake of net zero activities using a UAE-wide integrated dashboard tool, creating a national platform that informs and drives climate action. Earth is engineered for impact. It will link investors to projects, guide tech advancements, pinpoint financial opportunities for climate action, and synchronize international efforts for environmental resilience. As we embark on this journey with Earth, we're not just envisioning a brighter future, we're building it. On this landmark occasion of COP28, the launch of Earth further cements the contributions of the United Arab Emirates to global net zero targets. The time is now. The tools are in our hands, and together we will forge the path to a net zero horizon. This is our moment, our movement, our future.
As you saw from the video, we gathered to witness the launch of a groundbreaking platform that will change the way we monitor and measure our progress in climate change. Elements within the Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure in the United Arab Emirates. This platform represents a significant stride towards a more transparent and accountable approach to environmental stewardship. Please join me in welcoming His Excellency Suhail Mazrou'i, the Minister of Energy and Infrastructure, to the stage to share his insight and remarks on this momentous occasion. Your Excellency, the stage is yours.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, first of all, for your active participation, and it's truly an outstanding COP so far, and we're looking forward to even more consolidation of commitments as we move on. I'll give you the story, and then we'll talk about the platform. Probably one of the most complicated jobs is to be responsible for energy, infrastructure, transportation, and all of those, if you collect them today, they are all major emitters sectors. So with the team, we thought, how can we, one, high-grade the data, integrate it in a way that can help us as a country and help our leadership in our commitment to reach net zero by 2050. And it's not just the ministry who is feeding the data. We are dealing with so many ministries, Ministry of Climate Change, of course, and they are leading the putting the limits and looking at the numbers as well. The climate change and environment. We're dealing with the Ministry of Industry and monitoring our industrial sector. How can we evolve and ensure that our economy is growing while we are focused on achieving that target? So definitely we needed a tool, and that tool needs to be taking all of the data, putting it in a format that is easier for us to monitor our progress and to achieve the target. But to achieve the targets, aside from the platform, you need strategies. And that's what we try to do, and we launched earlier this summer. First, we updated our energy strategy, the first update. We issued it in 2017, and the first update after the commitment to net zero was the update that we launched. Tripling the capacity of renewable energy. Before we come and lobby and ask everyone to do it, we decided to test it in our country, and we are committed to do that. So we will be having almost 15 gigawatt of solar by the year 2030. Also, we thought of the industrial sector, and many of our partners and countries who we are supplying with are in need for hydrogen. So we decided to issue the region's first hydrogen strategy that is focused on making UAE an exporter of hydrogen. And within that, the usual accusation is going to be blue hydrogen, but it's not. The majority, more than 70% of that hydrogen, is going to be green hydrogen. And thanks to Masdar, they are expanding beyond now I think the aspiration, if you ask us a few years back. The demand on companies like Masdar is going to be more. We need them to do more. But them venturing from the power stations to the hydrogen, providing fuel, venturing into geothermal, venturing into hydro and others, is also something that we need to see. So hydrogen is one. Transportation. Transportation, we are also decisive when it comes to the transition. So we started probably the highest percentage of EV cars now in the Middle East. You will find them in the UAE with almost 1.2 or 1.15, 1.2. The number is increasing as we speak. I'm sure you have seen so many hybrid Rabdan cars taking the delegations, and that's a car that is manufactured here in the UAE or assembled in the UAE. But we will see more of those, and what they would require is an infrastructure. So we put a very clear strategy for that transition, and we are aiming to get 50% from the transportation sector by the year 2050, either EV or hybrid or with a zero emission. Maybe hydrogen now, we started the fast charging, fast fueling hydrogen station in Abu Dhabi. There is one in Dubai. And I'm sure when Masdar produce the 1.4 million ton, there will be a huge supply for such a market, and then that market could grow. But we are excited about the future, and we are committed to monitor our progression to achieve the net zero. It's not just a talk. It's not just a loose commitment. It's going to be numbered. We're going to trace it. We will track it, and we will demonstrate it year on year that we are on track. Sustainable aviation fuel. We are also intending to produce in the UAE at least 1% of the aviation fuel for our airliners, and I think we are the only one who have put a number, put a target, and we will achieve it by the year 2031. So with these commitments, we need the platform. What can you benefit from the platform is we're willing to share it with other countries, we're willing to work on it. Maybe one day we will have a unified, vetted platform that we all use to help us achieve that target, which is net zero. And we will be always open-minded to the technologies, open-minded to the collaboration with countries, with companies, and because it's an evolution, it's not just something that we do. I'm sure this platform is going to be also upgraded and improved with the collaboration of the others. Thank you very much, and we are so happy to see all of this gathering participating with us in this launch. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And now we are proud to present a brief demonstration of the UAE's Earth platform. With that, let's begin. The Earth platform, a key tool in driving our nation's sustainable development and economic growth, with the help of emerging technologies. As displayed, the dashboard. It includes 5 key elements: Earth pillars, SDGs, global rankings, energy and infrastructure in numbers, and national strategies, integrating comprehensive data for informed decision-making. We start with the national strategies element. To give a demonstration, let's first take under strategies, one of our main strategies, which is the Energy Strategy 2050. It includes 2 critical KPIs. The first one aimed at tripling energy capacity, and the second one aimed at enhancing energy efficiency from 42 to 45%. These targets not only reflect our commitment to sustainable energy, but also highlights our economic resilience and competitiveness. Returning to the dashboard, under the Earth element, we have 5 pillars reflecting our strategies and associated KPIs. First, economy, adaptation, reduction, transition, and health. Each reflecting at a level of our strategic approach to sustainability. And now we will deep dive into 2 pillars. The first one is a transition. We focus on a key KPI when it comes to the transition, which is tripling the share of renewable energy by 2030. This goal is a key transitioning our energy mix towards more sustainable sources, crucial for long-term stability and environmental stewardship. And this graph illustrates our progress in renewable energy capacity, showcasing historical performances and projections up to 2050. Access to such a live and accurate data empowers efficient and quick decision-making, with the help of machine learning and prediction algorithms, essentials in today's fast-paced economic landscape. Likewise, in the economy pillar, we monitor KPIs related to energy efficiency, tracking our historical performance and setting benchmarks for future improvements. These measures are vital in enhancing our economic efficiency and reducing operational costs. Our third element, which is the SDGs, the main dashboard also provides an overview of our performances on the SDGs the Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure are focusing and working on. It helps us to align our national objectives with the global sustainability goals. Also, it helps us to monitor them and make sure that we improve when it comes to the SDGs. And now, The fourth element we move to is the global rankings. It highlights our global competitiveness and ranking reflecting our nation's standing on the international stage. And the last pillar we have is energy and infrastructure in numbers. The open source data availability ensures the transparency and accessibility, key in fostering a collaborative and informed approach to sustainable development. And here we can see a graph of the electricity consumption. Before we end our lunch, we would like to welcome His Excellency Sharif Al-Ulama, the Undersecretary of Energy and Petroleum Affairs, to give a key remarks.
Thank you, Shema. Very good presentation for the first time, صراحة. All I wanted to say over here was when this tool was developed, as His Excellency said, is we wanted to have a transparent methodology where scattered data, where different information from different entities is gathered in one location that would give you the true truth. You know exactly where you're at. It helps us in actually taking the right decisions at the right time and in the right direction. So the idea for Earth is basically focused on the ministry itself. We're focusing on the sectors that we are responsible for. The idea was to give the leadership a very clear view how the Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure is performing towards net zero. This, of course, from our perspective, is a gift to everybody. You can easily expand this to cover any other ministry that has clear KPIs related to net zero. You can expand it also on a global level to different countries who have similar targets. So the whole concept over here is to present something that we will be using transparently over the next period, and we are willing to share this with whoever needs our support on it. So thank you again. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Your Excellency. In closing, today's marks the launch of a powerful tool in our collective fight against climate change, the UAE's Earth Platform. As we commence on this journey, let's remember the platform's role as a compass guiding the nation towards a sustainable future. Thank you to who have contributed to this platform. With unity and commitment, we now stride confidently towards a future where our impact on the planet is not just measured, but positively transformed. Thank you for your time, Your Excellencies and distinguished guests. You are invited now to a group photo. Thank you.